watch it.
Perfect.
Let me just pull up my screen here. Okay. I'm going to share this. Okay, can you share my screen? Can you guys see my screen?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. Great. Okay, so have you guys watched these videos already?
This is unit 1, right?
Yeah. Yes, this is unit 1.
Yes. Then yes, yeah.
Okay, awesome. Okay, so great. So I forgot I was gonna pull this up too. Hold on, let me share this as well. So the whole this unit is all about just getting you prepared, right? Getting you prepared to launch your business. You know, you guys some are, you know, just that you've had a little bit of doing some of this stuff, but really wanted to go over it again. The thing, and I've said this before, and I know Laura Jacobs said this in those first few videos there in that one video that she did. I'm just going to mute everybody while I'm talking, and then just so that there's no weird feedback, and then I will unmute everybody. Or if you have a question, please feel free to unmute yourself too, and just interrupt me. But just for the recording. I love what she says, and this is so true, that doTERRA it can be so simple. We tend to overcomplicate things as we overthink things. And the simplest, what we do is so simple. We use the products, we share the products, and we teach other people to do the same. And each of those 3 things is so important. We have to continue always using the product. We have to continue to share with other people, and then teaching people to always do the same thing. When we start this business, there's so many people that I'll turn to and I'll talk to and say, hey, have you ever thought about a doTERRA business? And they're like, no, not really. And I'm like, you're already doing it because you're sharing with friends, you're sharing with families, you're asking me about, oh, Auntie Joy's, you know, blah, blah, blah. Like, you're already doing the business without even realizing that you're doing the business. All of the other skills are something that you can teach somebody. You can teach somebody how to present in front of a class or a one-on-one or whatever. You can teach somebody how to enroll their first person online. Those things are all easy to do. I'll say easy because there's some harder parts. But if you have those 3 sort of base things down of using the product, sharing the product, and teaching other people to do the same thing, it's just rinse and repeat, and you just do it over and over again. You'll hear through this whole training is all about pipes. So and you'll hear us refer to pipes a lot. It's about preparing, inviting, presenting, enrolling, and support. This is so crucial, and this is the things that we do every single day in our business. When you're looking at fueling your launch, you know, making sure that you have the proper support in place, that you've gone through all of these guides, the live, the share, and the build guides, so that you know, all the things about, not all the things, but a lot about the products, right? So that you can talk to about this, sharing how to coach your hostesses, right? How do you invite people to classes? These have scripts in them to be able to use so that you can go back. And if you're like, look, I don't really know how to ask somebody to come to my first class. Well, these are great because these can give you word by word, step by step. And then you can sort of change that phrasing and then make it fit you, or just use them, copy and paste, and then send it to people. These are proven things. All of these guides are built from the top ranking people in doTERRA. They're built by wellness advocates just like us. They just happen to have been doing this for a lot longer, and they're in the top ranks of the business. And then you're looking at the build guide. The build guide is stuff that is the guide that I present from when I'm talking to people about the business opportunity. And then of course we're working through this launch guide here. So the first thing is, this goes through, again,
who's talking?
using the products, sharing the products with other people, and then getting other people to do the same thing. Okay, so make sure these are a few little things that are super important that you always make sure. That no problem, Amanda. First of all, make sure that your LRP template is always set at 100 PV or more, 125, right, to receive the free product of the month before the 15th. Always make sure that your LRP is set here. If it ever drops, if you are ever in your cart and you're editing your cart to change your LRP for the next month and it goes and saves below 100, you may or may not get paid. The commissions are paid automatically. It's done by a computer. And so it's really important that it's always sitting at 100, because if it's not sitting at 100, the computer doesn't recognize you as a wellness advocate. Even though you may be a wellness advocate, it won't recognize you as somebody that wants to get paid, and it'll skip over you. So you will lose your fast start. We get paid fast start every single week. Typically you can see it in your back office Wednesdays or Thursdays, and then it's typically paid out if you have direct deposit on Fridays or Saturdays. I always highly recommend when people are starting this business that you get doTERRA to act like a bank for you, to get them to hold your commissions for you so that you can just pay for your LRP orders. That's what I did, so that I never felt like I was out of pocket for LRPs. I always had doTERRA sitting and holding my money. I know some of my top leaders still do, and then they just get them to direct deposit every now and then, or if they know they have a big expense coming up, like convention or something like that. Looking at implementing your daily wellness plan, in the Live Guide, there's a wellness plan that you could create with your upline or just for yourself, and I recommend that you do that. And because again, you have to be using the product. You have to be a product of the product. And then learn more by regularly using an oil reference guide and participating in continuing education. So things like Oil Camp, this book's great. This is the Emotions and Essential Oils. So once you get through sort of this big bad boy, then you can get into the emotional side of the oils, right? So those are great resources. There's apps. The doTERRA app even is free. You can download those videos and just watch them in little snippets. And then we're going to go into the share guide, sharing your passion for living the doTERRA wellness lifestyle. Utilizing that share guide to help you share and invite successfully, and really just giving you the language to be able to feel comfortable with that. And you'll come up with your own language, or you, like I said before, you can change that, but really focusing on getting people to the class. And building your dreams. So connecting to your upline for your team support. Obviously, you're in this team and you're on this is part of what we want to do and create support for our team. So as you also bring new sharers and builders on, that there's also a program in place so that that everybody's doing the same thing. So becoming a solutions provider. We don't know everything, and we don't have to, and that's the beauty of doTERRA. But by having, these resources, these resource books, the beautiful book that doTERRA gives now, we didn't used to have this. We can help so many people with so many things. Something that I would like us all to maybe do while you're sitting here talking or listening to me talk is if you have your launch guide already printed out, I would highly recommend, or if you are just following along and you have a notebook beside you, have a look. Let's set some goals and taking some action. So what are your goals to reach elite? If you've looked through the compensation plan, that you know that's kind of the first major sort of rank. There are some before that: manager at 500 in volume, director at 1,000, and executive at 2,000. And those are amazing ranks. Some people, usually our first goal that we're setting is towards elite. So what does your goal to reach elite look like? Is it 30 days? Is it 60 days? Is it 90 days? Elite is a volume of 3,000 in overall volume. So that can come from anywhere on your team, and it would be 3,000 in volume. So that means it can come from LRPs, it can come from your own order, it can come from enrollment orders. If somebody, if your upline has placed somebody underneath you and on your team, that counts towards your overall volume. So what is your goal to reach elite? Is it 30? Is it 60? Is it 90? And so if you guys can circle one, you know, and set it from today, July 10th, 2019, when are you going to be elite? What does that look like? Is that, you know, is it the end of July? If we're talking about, you know, I know it says, I said July 10th, but if we're talking beginning of July, or is it the end of August? Is it September, October? Maybe it's September. Maybe it's the end of September. And that's going to get you, you know, somewhere between your 60 and your 90 days. Okay. And what's your 90-day goal? If elite isn't your 90-day goal, is it premier is your 90-day goal? For premier, you have to have 2 legs at executive, and then which means they each have 2,000 in overall volume, and then an overall volume of 5,000. So another 1,000 from anywhere on the team. And what do you want to be making per month in 90 days? Is it $100? Is it $200? Is it just enough to cover your orders? Is it like $200 to $300 so that you have some extra, a little bit extra? And then what in a year do you want to be making every single month? And if this is an outrageous goal, good, write it down and go for it. I am so excited. But writing these down and asking the universe for these things is really important. When I started doTERRA, I didn't believe that at all. Like at all. I am telling you, I did not. I thought it was hokey. I thought it was crazy. I thought these people were like dealing snake oils because they would talk about affirmations and manifestations and all these things. But I have seen it work. I have seen it work over and over and over. And just by simply writing it down, it also makes a commitment to yourself of the effort that you're going to put in and the work that you're going to put in. As you said, I love this quote here. It says, as you set business goals and engage in committed actions, you connect your efforts to your vision for a better future. This conscious connections repeatedly fuels you even when you're outside of your comfort zone. And then be you. Be authentically you. If you connect with people through texting, text people to invite them to your classes. If you connect with them by picking up the phone and calling them, do that. If it's by seeing people in person, do that. However way feels natural to you, do that way to connect people one-on-one. Posting in a Facebook event or creating a Facebook event just to have this sole purpose of inviting people is not often successful. If you create a Facebook event so that you are following up with people and getting them excited about something, that the event is coming, but they have already been personally invited, that is awesome because that keeps a way to connect them. And Facebook actually automatically reminds them like 24 hours in advance that they have an event, and then the hour before as well. So success is scheduled. So here, this explains a little bit. If you're going for a 3,000 overall volume from elite, that would look like 15 enrollments from 200 PV on average. And that would equal 3,000. So if you're going for that in a month, then that's what you're going to look like. Now, this can always differentiate. If you sell some nature solutions, then this is going to change, right? But on average, if the average person does 200 PV in an enrollment, it's going to take you 15 enrollments. So you can see that if you are going for elite, you want to make sure that you have a few classes scheduled. So you're not just depending on 1 or 2 classes to give you those 15 enrollments. Now, if you're already have a few enrollments on your team, then that's going to be changed by LRPs that you maybe have going on. And this is part of the reason why the challenge last week was to get a class booked for yourself and for somebody to host for you for July and August, so that this is part of the fuel that is going to launch you forward as you have those 4 classes booked, and then you move forward. You're going to try to book classes from those classes, and then you're going to continue to move forward, and you're always going to have classes going forward. So having 3 classes. They're suggesting 3 classes in the month for your launch month, but also having some one-on-ones as well. So I would encourage you to have 2 classes this month and 2 classes next month, but also have a few one-on-ones set up, because sometimes people can't make it to classes, and that's okay. That doesn't mean that we're just like, okay, well, see you later. You can't come to classes. You know, it's a pain in the butt. No, get them to one-on-ones and say, you know what, if you, for example, somebody will say, oh, I can't come to your, you know, your class at 7:00 on a Thursday. Oh, okay, no problem. I actually have this time next week if you'd like to sit and meet one-on-one, and we can talk about what, you know, we can chat oils or have a wine and oil night or whatever it is. Don't think that you always have to just have somebody to a class. Try and be as flexible as possible, but that's not, I know that that's not always possible, but try to be, you know, see it as an opportunity to maybe they're not comfortable sharing their health concerns in front of other people, and that's okay. Some people are, and some people aren't.
People can also feel super special at being offered your time individually.
Absolutely. I agree 100%. Yeah. Great point, Carolyn. Thank you. I loved in the video, I think her name was Betty, and she said this. I didn't realize it was even in this guide, but I love this. Don't judge each day by the harvest you reap, but by the seeds that you plant. And this is so true. So if you have a class and you have 5 new people there, and they've never heard about essential oils, I'm finding this more and more rare. I'm finding 5 years ago when I was doing classes, most people had never heard of essential oils. Now most people have heard of them. They maybe aren't using them, but they're aware of what they are and what they're doing. But you might have only met somebody for the first time and maybe given them the sample for the first time at that class. And maybe that's the first time they've ever experienced essential oils. Don't be hard on yourself if they don't enroll right away. That's okay, because you've planted a seed, and you've planted a seed that will grow in, you know, with that person, and you continue to touch them, not physically, maybe physically if you're rubbing oils on them, but you touch base with them, and you continue to harvest that relationship. I mean, we don't put seeds in the ground and expect cucumbers and tomatoes to grow out of them then within the hour. We know that it's going to take time to nurture, to water, to feed, and all of that. And sometimes people do. Some people will enroll on the spot because a lot of people are desperate. They are searching for our solutions, just like maybe you were. I was. When I enrolled, I was searching desperately. I would have bought anything if they had said to me, this was going to help your child. The business came later. I had no idea I was searching for this business, but I was. And now I feel just as passionately about the business as I do about the product. And you will too. Because, you know, but it's every day you're planting those seeds. You're posting maybe on social media, just even about what you're using. You don't want to be necessarily selling on social media, but maybe you're just posting on your social media page, just your personal profile, like, oh my gosh, I love this TerraShield. Or do a little boomerang of your kid spraying their TerraShield or whatever it is. It can be anything, but you're planting those seeds for people so that when they think, oh gosh, I've got this problem, then they think, oh, Mandy's got a solution for me. Or, oh, Mandy was just talking about that. And what does she do for bug bites? She said something about that. And then, you know, you're going to just keep planting it and harvesting that relationship. If you plant that seed and then walk away and don't follow up and don't, stay in contact with that person, somebody else is going to reap your harvest. I can guarantee it, because there will be a day when that person wants it, that seed has flourished. And if you're not there, then somebody else is going to reap it. The challenge, I haven't posted this yet, but I will post this challenge for this week. It's going to be filling out your success tracker. So the success tracker is for filling in 25 people, and you can print more copies of this if you'd like. Get just sort of brain dumping people, go through your phone, go through your social media, of people that you want to connect with. Maybe people that are super interested in holistic health. Maybe it is people that are, can you guys see? Oh yeah, you can see my screen, sorry. Maybe it's entrepreneurs. Maybe it's people that you want to talk to about the business that you think would be so amazing at this. Or maybe it's not entrepreneurs, but you still would love to work with them every single day and think they would be amazing at this. Write those names down, put in some notes, and then start following along here. So connection, did I connect with them? Check. Did I share and invite? Did I sample them? Did I offer testimony, or did I reach out to them if they posted that their kid was sick on social media and say, hey, I have something that I use to keep my kids healthy. Would you try it if I gave you some? Okay. Did you present to them and enroll them? This is a great way to keep your people straight. And you can continue to follow along with this and print more as needed. And just get out there. It's hard to meet people when you're hidden from the world. Sometimes it can be really difficult when you are maybe a stay-at-home mom, or you're just coming off of maternity leave or something like that, where you're not used to seeing your normal social circle. But getting out and being purposeful of your time, and maybe going to new places. I go to different nail salons. I go to hair's where I draw the line. I don't go to different hair salons, but I'll go to different nail salons. I'll go to different restaurants. I'll go to, different places just so that I can meet new people, different classes, different boot camps, different places to work out. At the splash pad, meeting different people there and just talking. And I'm not necessarily talking to Tara, just talking to new moms, or different moms, new moms in regards to people that I don't know, or reconnecting with some people from my past as well. I've done that as well. And it's been super helpful as well. So that's it. That's kind of that's covering what I wanted to chat about today. I'm going to stop sharing my screen. Does anybody have any questions or comments or things that they would like to talk about? I really wanted to teach for about 20 minutes and then talk about any questions that you guys might have. How is booking classes going? I really wanted this to be sort of an open forum for people to feel comfortable and learn from each other. I think that is so crucial, that when we're in a group of people that we can talk openly with each other, and then everybody learns from that as well. Does anybody have anything to say? You can unmute yourselves now. Go ahead. Is everybody seeing the post now? Okay.
I think so. I haven't had time to go through all of it.
Oh,
I'm able to see everything. I've got a baby up again, so I'm on mute right now just so that she'll go to sleep. But
no problem.
Otherwise, I don't have any questions. I'm listening.
Okay, awesome. Okay, so if you're on your computer, the only thing I know on my computer, it automatically pulls up the units part. So I have to go to the side and click discussion so that I can see like the post on the group on just the open part. But when I click units, then I see everything that's posted. So next week, we're going to be moving into unit 2. So have a watch of those videos. The other thing that you can do is also just click. I'll go back to this Google Chrome. If you go to this and then just click next step, then you will be into step 2. So that's the next module, and then start going into these videos. And that's unit 2. We will have a call next Wednesday as well. I'm not exactly sure of the time. Each leader is going to take a week, and then it'll be at different times. We'll always make sure that the videos are recorded so that everybody can watch them at a later time, and we will post them as soon as possible. Some of us have some uploading issues, so it takes forever for our videos to upload to the group, but we will work on it. Does nobody has any questions? How are the classes going? How are our booking classes going? How does everybody feel about launching their business? Is everybody excited? Or is everybody putting kids to bed?
I'm very excited to be teaching Linda's very first class on Friday night, which is so very exciting. And the sponsor change, all of that has gone through tonight. We're just waiting for placements to finish that. So very exciting and very, very grateful that Linda's taking the time to be here and do this with us.
Awesome. I am super excited for you guys as well. I'm super excited. I'm super excited about this whole program. I'll be honest. You should have seen me freaking out. I was super pumped. I am excited. I think this is going to be awesome. This is nothing like doTERRA's ever had before. So I'm super excited, and I love working with all of you guys. So who's the number that's calling in? I don't know. I don't see a name. The 5
Penny.
Oh, hey, Penny. How are you?
Hey, good. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. You were so quiet.
Yeah, I'm cooking and my dog was barking and things like that. So I was just like, I'm just going to listen in.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm super excited to have you here. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, I'm super excited. I just got back from my yoga class and then I saw your post. So I was like, oh, got to jump on.
Perfect timing. Yeah, I will post the recording so that you can watch along with the video if you'd like for next time. But
oh, beautiful, beautiful.
Yeah, we'll get that up there for you for sure.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, it's really interesting. This is my first call doing with you guys, so I just want to listen in and see what it's all about, I guess.
Yeah. Absolutely. If you download if you want the next time, you can download the Zoom app, and then you should be able to see like my screen. Sometimes I screen share and all that kind of stuff. So you just have to you probably got your account created now, but you could, if you haven't, you just create an account. It's free, and then you just join the calls, and we do our team calls through the Zoom as well.
Oh, great. Yeah, because I'm not very good with technology, so I was just a little bit confused, but okay, good to know.
Yes. Yep. Just download the app to your phone and then just walk through the steps of setting up the account. And then whenever I post a link, you can just, it says like click one tap link or something. And then you can just click that and it'll bring you onto video. And then you can share the screen. You can see the screen that I'm sharing and all of that sort of stuff.
Okay. Good. Good.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Awesome. Well, I'm glad that you got on though.
Yeah, me too.
Awesome.
Welcome, Penny.
Thank you. I'm really excited to be here. I have my next class in August on the 21st with Morgan.
Awesome. Awesome. Great.
Yes. Yes.
Can't wait to meet you.
It's just, yeah, me too. Me too. It's just really hard because I'm not new to Canada. I've lived here for a year now, but I don't know that many people. So that's what I'm struggling with a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Like the last class that we had, Morgan and I, it was mostly her friends, and most of them, they are already enrolled. So it's just a little bit difficult like that, but I'm trying.
Yep. Yeah, and I think one of the things that you can do too is make. Do you have sample bottles? Making sure you've always got sample bottles on you.
Okay. Yeah, I did order some bottles. Okay. So yeah, definitely.
Yeah, and then as you carry them with you and meet just people randomly, out or at restaurants or wherever, right? Then you can kind of just give them a sample and say, I have this class on August, whatever, and then just even as you go forward, and then you've always got something to invite people to, and then they will come around. Like they'll all start, they'll see the results with the oil, you'll follow up, or even just one-on-ones too, right? Where you're just meeting, maybe one person at a time, and just getting out there and sampling.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start doing that. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. I tell everybody, when I started this business, none of my leaders, none of the people that I enrolled at the beginning and are doing this business with me are people that I knew. None of them.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
met them all just through like referrals of people or just just randomly sampling people out and about. And so it takes maybe a little bit more time that way, but that's okay, right? You're just being, you just become more intentional of your conversations with people. Sometimes you're like, what's wrong with you? There's gotta be something wrong. Some sort of health ailment happening here.
Yeah, no, exactly. And it's funny because people starting to make like tiny comments. Like I was at the store yesterday and the store owner, she's like, you just smell amazing. I'm like, oh, well, thank you. It's my lavender or my pores. I don't know because I wear oils all the time now.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. And then that just evolves into another conversation, right? It's just those conversations. They'll happen. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, definitely. Well, thank you so much for that.
Yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome. Does anybody else have any questions or comments or anything? No. Okay. I will let you all go. Thank you for joining us tonight. I really appreciate it. And super excited for all of you guys. And yeah, I can't wait. I can't wait to continue this program and learn along with all of you. So have an amazing night and we will talk to you guys all soon.
Awesome. Good night.
Night.
Thank you. Take care. Bye.
Bye.
Thanks.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Bye.
Thanks, love.
Absolutely.